This is the Iron Trader. It is Monday morning, so it's time to go to work. So, as usual, we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude oil, your daily and your weekly chart. Now let's just take a look here at the weekly first. What I do like is the MACD. Is your green is still above your red. That shows good momentum to the upside. RSI here looking very, very good. There are 50 sitting at 50s, could go either direction. What I don't like here is this red candle here. Sure, today made a lower low here so far. Okay, so last week's low we had 81.06, and this week here we have 80.70. Okay. Now, what it needs to do here is we have to get above for the week at 82 flat and above this 8 SMA here at 82.35. Otherwise, we're going to keep right on going all the way on down. Okay, so that is the key. So on Friday, that's what we're looking for. If we can start rising above that key 100 and that key 8 SMA, then we got a good shot at maybe retesting that 87.67. Okay, daily chart here. Well, you can see old Sticky here last Friday. Okay, this was that had a little brouhaha going on in the Middle East, and then she came off pretty hard, but it held the previous days and held that 50-day. Now today we noticed that it came down and it went down below that 50-day, which is fine. Don't get me wrong, that's fine. And it came and retested here pretty close to this price channel. You're sitting at 80.42. Okay, so again, if that is lost, the next level we're looking for here is going to be 79.82, your 200 SMA. Okay, and then again, if that's lost, we have right here, we have this 50 SMA at 78.68, and your 21 right below that level at 77.57, and then we could come right here to this 21-day at 77.21. So you got some really good support levels here going on the way down. However, as long as you can close above that 50 SMA, you're in very, very good shape. See, just like this, you can spike down below it, okay, just like this, all right? But as long as you close above all that, that's still very, very bullish, because all it is just holding your support levels. That's all you're really doing. And you can see it held it here look how many times that it held it there, how many times it held it all the way through, even though you slashed all the way down, just like we did today. So that's really no issue. So just basically just watch that 50 SMA, very, very key on a closing basis today. That's going to be key. And then what you're looking for is that 79.83 as long as we're above that. Now, upside, well, we want to look obviously at today's high so far. You have 82.11. Next target is going to be look to the bottom of that candle, 82.55, and then we look to the top of this candle. You're looking at 82.84. Then we look right to the left, okay, 83.12. We have 83.22, and then what we're looking for is right there is this 8 SMA sitting at 83.83. Very, very key. Now, what I don't like about it is, see how this 8 SMA here is rolling over, and now you cross that 21-day on the downside. That's going to provide huge resistance now going on to the upside. Okay, so when we have this candle here, look at, yeah, you popped above, but where'd you close? Below. Popped above, closed below. Popped above, closed below. See, you couldn't get through that 8. That 8-day is one tough little monkey. So what you want to do here, if this rises on up here, what you want to do is watch that 8 SMA here. If you're holding a long position, you want to sell into that 8 SMA. Unless you get a catalyst, say, okay, some kind of a war or something going to break out, then it could possibly go up above that. The key is you got to close above that key at that 8 SMA. And you have to get above that 21 SMA here. So for the targets on the upside, just watch today's high, follow the candles all the way on down here, and then always look to the left of your chart here. Very, very nice. That gives you your resistance levels. And then that 8 SMA is going to be very, very critical. If you can get above, you got that 21-day sitting right there above it. Now, again, if you can get above all that here, well, then we can come to the bottom of that candle, 74.75. We'll come over to the top here, 85.51, and then we'll look for old sticky high from Friday at 85.64. That would be your targets. Okay, above that, well, we know where we're going to go, but there's no sense going all the way up there. We follow the candles, and then your breakout is 87.67, breakout / retest. Now, RSI here, well, that could go either way here. I don't like this at all. Your green is below your red. That shows momentum right to the downside. As soon as that crosses over, say goodnight, Irene. Look at here. See when that crossed over? What did it say? Look at here, all the way down. This is what I'm talking about when that 8 SMA is. Look how you fight it the whole way. And that's might be what we're going to see here. We might see a high for right now here of that 87.67. We got to see how it all going to shake out here now. Okay, so but again, we had a little bit of a lower low here, sitting there at that 80.70. And then what we do is we always look to the left of the chart here, see 885. Now, again, we have all these key support levels here going on, but then we always look to the left here to see where we have the breakouts. Because when something breaks out like that, it comes down. And then when you break out, then that becomes, your support levels on the way down. All these price channels, those notches that come across are very, very helpful here for resistance now and for key support. So again, just watch this level here today on a closing basis, that 50-day and that 200-day. You need to close above. Even though we came down below, you need to close above here. But now we got a series here of lower highs. We got to see how she all shakes out. Okay, let's take a look here at natty gas. Okay, here we have natural gas. Okay, your hourly and your 4-hour chart. Now, this actually isn't looking really too bad at all. Okay, so what we did is we had a left shoulder, head, right shoulder, came all the way down, one sideways action, came all the way down here, another sideways action, and put in a lower low. However, when this came down, it put in a higher low, so you have a nice double bottom situation going on here. And then we just rose right up, made some nice highs, and now we're just basically sideways again. But when you look at this overall pattern, it's really not that bad, because you could look at this as a possible, like a left shoulder, a head situation, and a right shoulder. You just have to break out above that key 805. If you can, then we can just start stair-stepping all the way back up here to the possible retest of 1.94. So what you really want to watch here today is you want to watch this 1.72. That is going to be very, very key. If that is lost here, then we just follow these candles here all the way down. See where you have like 1.69, and we come all the way down here to your retest at 1.66 and maybe even 1.64. The key is holding this level here. That's going to be very, very key. But we did have a nice higher high situation and a higher low situation. It was holding that 50-day really, really nice. And now she came down. But now look at, we're trying to rally up here. So your upside here, you can see what you want to watch is that 200 SMA. So when we went up here, yeah, you popped above, but it could not hold it and came right back down again. Now look what's going on here. See, right into that 200-day, came down. Now is it going to do it again and then come right back down again? Or is it going to bust through, and then we can hit these targets here at that 1.77 and then hit that target at, what do we have, 1.79 and then 1.80. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out. It's very early in the day here. Now, here your 4-hour chart, very, very similar. Came all the way down here, all the way made a low here of 1.65 here on your chart. Yeah, what do we got? 1.65. Okay, and then we filled this gap up real nice here, but we never really retested that 1.58. So that's always very good. So we had this support going all the way across here, and it's holding up very nicely. But now when you look at this, look at all this resistance, the 100-day, the 200-day. You really got to crack above that 180. Then we can start heading for where these price channels here come across, and then your big retest up there at 1.94. So be a little patient with this. Let's see how she shakes out today. Okay, let's take a look here on a daily and a weekly. Okay, here we have the old daily chart. Now, all right. Okay, here we go. So here was that contract roll. And then we had a topping tail in, like, basically we had 2 reds, 3 greens. 2 reds, 3 greens, 2 reds. Indecision candle. And these were both Fridays. Okay. Well, last week she came off a little bit and then she rose right on up here. But what we did is it went right up to 1.80, which is always look to the left. And what do we have there? 1.80. Now, what we have here is the 8-day is below. Okay. So now we can use that 8-day for support level. Okay. So that 1.73 is going to be very, very critical. So what do we have here for a low today? So we had, so far on the low, we had 1.72. And then on we had 1.72. So we had a really nice, looks like a possible, I say, double bottom situation off of Friday. Now we got to see if we can hold that and rally right on up. If it can't, then we'll follow these candles, 1.71. Then we have 1.66, and then we come right here at 1.64. That is very, very key support. If that's lost, then you have your 1.58. Now, overall, this chart does not look that bad. It's just you're trading here between this range, a very, very tight range. So right now we have 1.943 on the top and 1.58 in the middle. You're pretty much on the bottom, and we're sitting pretty much in the middle of the situation. But what I do like is you have a low, higher low, higher low, and a higher low. That's always very, very bullish pattern. Now, we made some really nice higher highs here over the weeks. Now we got to see what we can do here this week. So on the upside, we have we're looking here at this. Always watch this 21 day. This is very, very key. 1.76. Watch that 8-day. 1.75. Let's call that 1.76, and then this that's 50-day, and then we have this 8-day rate below that. So everything is kind of clustered right there. So what we're looking for right today, very simply, is we're looking for this 1.80. If you can bust above, then you have 1.85 as your next, and then we have 1.89, then 1.92, and then there's your retest at 1.94. Above that, just look to the left, 1.955, 1.98, and that's the candle you're looking for, is this 2.0. Again, if you can get above that, you have some really nice targets like this 21, okay, 2.12, okay, and then 2.15. Very, very nice targets here, but you got to get above all this, and you got to be able to break through that 1.94 and at least hit that 2.0. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out. Now, your RSI here, you're looking good. Your green is in the red. These are just like almost pinned sideways here. The market just doesn't really know what the hell to do here. You can obviously see that, okay? But let's just play off of this. If we can stay above these key simple moving averages, let's just say 1.76. Right now, natty gas is sitting at, well, 1.753. So you're sitting right there. If we can get above that, then we can hit that target of 1.8. We got to see how that's going to shake out. Then we'd be in pretty good shape. As long as we don't start losing all these candles and come all the way down here, you're still, very, very good. And we're very, very tradable action here. Now, remember, don't have an opinion, long or short. You know what I mean? Trade what's in front of you, not what you want. That's the key. Okay, let's take a look here now on your weekly. This is going to be key right here for the week. 1.74 or whatever the 8-day is at that time, Friday. You really want to close above, because other than that, what you do is you get this red and it slams right into it, and you can't get above it, and it can't go higher. Okay, so that is going to be the key. Now, if this starts dropping off and you start losing these bottom of these candles, well, then that tells you got to get short. So KOLD is a really good way as an ETF to get short. Now, remember, ETFs are trading vehicles. These are not buy and hold. You can swing trade these here even for a week or two. That's not a problem. But remember, they rebalance at the end of the week. So you really want to do, I just use them for trading, like daily trades, that kind of situation. Okay, now every so often, if we break above that 1.94, then I would take a line and I would hold it longer, because then I know I have a target up here at the 21-day and over here at the 100-day. But unless you start knowing where it can start rallying your rate on up here, those are trading vehicles, and so just use those appropriately. Okay, UNG is a very good one for like on the long side. You can also use Boyle. I like UNG a little bit better, and you could buy a lot of shares. You're sitting at 14.50 right now. You can go there, you buy 5,000 shares. You know what I'm saying? And then what do you need? 10 cents, 20 cents? And you got a good trade in natural gas. You combine that with oil and maybe say a couple tech stock. You got a pretty damn good day. So let's just watch and see what's going to happen here for the day to day. But just watch all these key simple moving averages. But this is the one on the bottom you want to hold by the end of the day, 1.735. If that's lost, we're going to follow these candles down until possible retest. Then on the upside, you want to get above that 1.80. If you can, we follow the candles up, and there's your big target at 1.943. Okay, that's what I got for you on Yo Crude Ski and Natty Gas. I'll be back here midday trading, and we'll review and see how they're doing here at the midday, and then we always throw something in the old mix. All right, thanks for watching.